What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Two Guys and One Room. For today's episode, I actually wanted to make a video for those people who are afraid of speaking. You know, public speaking and stuff like that really wrecks your nerves. Because I want you guys to know that it is a learnable skill. You know, for me, I was the one who had to do all the presentations for all of my freaking assignments in university. But I really did start out having stage fright when I was younger. I couldn't speak, I'll get cold sweat, you know, I'll get so stiff, and I just wasn't able to speak very well. But over the years, I went for some classes. I also improved my own confidence, improved my own ways of how to kind of like prime myself for it. And yeah, I just wanted to share some of the little tips and secrets that I have collected over the years, and hopefully it will help you. So tip number one is to rehearse. If you're a visual person, I'll usually encourage you guys to actually write stuff down, to write down little cards so that when you rehearse, it'll actually just kind of like stir up your memory and help you to retain the information. However, I'm against memorizing scripts. So if you do write stuff down, usually I'll just ask people to write down like the keywords or like chunks of stuff. So if the phrase is like, Henry goes to the market to buy tomatoes, probably all you need to write down is market and tomatoes. Basically, you just want to grab the essence or the key points of your speech so that, again, you can kind of have your own flow as you go along and not just kind of like read off of a script. If you're someone like me, I pace, you know, I walk around and I'll just keep on rehearsing it in my head. I used to write stuff down on little cards, but now I've kind of like, I don't need to do that anymore. I kind of think about what I need to say or think about what I want to say. And as I pace, I'll just create a script in my head, create a flow of it. So that even like right now, I have a general type of flow as to where I want this to go. And I just remember. And so after I rehearse already, I kind of know what comes next, like step by step. So it's easier for me to maintain the flow as I speak. Tip number two is intonation. So really emphasizing and putting a lot of emphasis on certain words and making use of pauses. You see what I did there? Because the whole speech is monotonous, you know, you talk about death, love, life, failing, all the same type of cadence. It gets really boring. Nobody wants to watch that. Don't do that. So yeah, putting a lot of emotion and emphasis on your words and also making use of pauses when necessary really does add a lot of spice to your speech. Tip number three is movement. Now, I use this a lot because I'm a very kind of expressive type of speaker. And if you're doing a presentation where you are talking to an audience that you need to walk around on a stage or a podium or something like that, then walking around really does help to grasp the attention of all of your audience, because you won't be speaking to just someone who's right in front of you. You will have people seated like everywhere. So you kind of need to make sure that you are not only speaking to one particular group. And again, using of hand gestures really does help to drive certain points home. So that would be something that you need to take into consideration. And don't forget your beautiful face. Having facial expressions when you're driving certain points home really does help to, again, it adds a lot of emotion. Therefore, helping people to kind of remember, it will help to resonate more with them. Last but not least, tip number four is be entertaining. Now, I have spoken to people who are in a working class, to parents, to kids, to university students, and every time I'm speaking to a different crowd, I need to speak a different language. Now, although you will kind of maintain that character that's uniquely you, you will sort of have to change up how you're speaking to different types of crowds. So be very aware of the demographic that you're speaking to. So for me, I'll always make sure to have specific types of jokes for that particular audience, because you cannot use them across the board. Again, different types of people. And if you can relate to that particular audience, usually they will respond better because they feel you are relatable. Therefore, the message, okay, not necessarily the message, but if you are a relatable speaker and you can kind of capture and captivate your audience, it tends to work out better. So yeah, that was the video about speaking. I really hope that people will not kind of like limit themselves and box themselves in to think that, oh, if I cannot speak now, I will not be a good public speaker, or I will always be really sucky at presentations. I think that if I can do it, definitely all of you can do it, because I was once somebody who just cannot speak in front of anybody, and now to be like the face of all my friends, also any type of speaking thing they will ask me to do it. I think that everybody can grow. So I really hope that you will be able to improve your speaking skills, and 加油!